Who the hell do you think? What superiority complex are you suffering from? Now let's move on. Let me listen to him.
The entire Igbo community and the entire Nigerians.
No. Nobody is talking about the entire Igbo community. Don't make it about entire Igbo community. Don't make it about entire Nigerians. Make it about you and your arrogance. Make it about you and your superiority complex. Don't rope in entire Igbo community. Don't rope in entire Nigerian community. These antics and theatrics, we've gone past that nonsense. We don't have any problem with any Igbo. We don't have any problem with any Hausa. We don't have any problem with any Yoruba. We don't have any problem with any Nigerian living here legitimately. But you can't come in and begin to suffer from superiority complex and say, I'm the king of Igbo and hate speech. Who the hell do you think you are? We are men. We are not cowards. We are not women. Now move on. Let's listen to him.
She and Tete is saying what they don't know about. Number 4 is a hate speech that can even cause xenophobia.
Okay. You see. Mutaka, I think you must take cue. This guy must be deported. Honorable Mutaka, with the greatest of respect, deport this guy. So when he says xenophobia, said ye was South Africa, na ye pamo Nigeria na Ghana for shishomono. Now this guy is drawing our minds that because we are calling him to order, then it is xenophobia. He's going to cause xenophobia. It is your reaction and the way you are getting in the face of the people that has the tendency of causing xenophobia.
That.
You are suffering from superiority complex, my brother. And you better be one. We don't care. Listen.
You see the problem? The problem with most Nigerians is this: their inability to read the temperature of the room. Instead of them apologizing for their mistakes or finding a sober, better way to communicate whatever the issue was about, they always try to argue it out and push the problem on somebody else. It is always somebody's fault and never their fault. What is wrong with these people? How can you migrate to another country as a mobile phone repairer and then at least upgrade yourself to a spare parts dealer, and all of a sudden you want to claim part of the land of the country and claim you are a king, so you want to build your kingdom over there? How dare you? And when you are being called to pull away from those trucks and do as the law says in the country you are in, simply because these people are so lawless in their country called Nigeria, they think they can take their lawlessness to everywhere, and the more you talk about it, the more they try to muddy the waters. What kind of people are these? You take a listen.
If you are a leader, even that you are not a chief, listen to me properly. Who qualifies to be a chief, Danny? Let's go and educate this guy under Article 277 and let him know who is a chief in our land, what the Constitution requires. Now, when it comes to definition of a chief, per Article 277, in this chapter, unless the context otherwise requires, chief means a person who, hailing from the appropriate family and lineage, has been validly nominated, elected, selected, and installed, and skinned, or installed as a chief or queen mother in accordance with the relevant customary law and usage. So you are not a chief. And Rimosi case has established that. That it's not a chief properly so called. When you are a leader of a settler community, you cannot call yourself a chief. Then let's go to section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act. That is Act 759. What it says. If somebody is not a chief and the person calls himself a chief, it is an offense per section 63 of the Chieftaincy Act. A person who acts or performs the functions of a chief when that person is not qualified to act. Being a chief assumes a position that the person is not they are entitled to be by custom. Chief, you have committed a crime. So you cannot be calling yourself a chief in our nation. Talk less of saying that you are a king. What nonsense king is that? My brother, don't come to our nation and show us some disrespect. We are not timid and cowards like that. Don't do that. We want to live peacefully with our brothers. I sometimes even feel like the Igbos have the same spirit as that of Asantis, because they are very dominating characters. Whenever they get to any place, they are very dominating. So I like my Igbo people. You get a point. For which reason, at some point, even people used to call me Chino doing KDS 111. My friends used to call me that. So don't come and create tensions between us when there is none. Imposing yourself, I'm the king of Igbo, and nonsense. If you were a leader of the settlers community, shut up and be the leader. And stop this arrogance of I am the chief, king of Debe. Kingdom where? We have fought for lands already. Ningo Pram, it belongs to families. Precisely. So where are you going to build your kingdom? And who is going to allow you that? Are you waging war? The only way you can do that is by war of conquest. Have you fought in any war? Who is going to allow you to build a kingdom? Where did you fight? Where did you fight to get kingdom? My friend, stop this nonsense. You are a brother, but stop this nonsense. Don't come to our land and begin to show on our face some arrogance, as though we are some coward and timid people, for which reason you can walk in and do anything you like. You need to stop calling yourself a king. You are not a king. You are not even a chief. Don't do this. We want to live with our Nigerian brothers in peace. We love them. They love us equally. All of a sudden, you are trying to show some tensions and all that. Now to the Interior Minister, if by any means possible, this guy is going to raise tensions between us and Nigerians, and the people are not happy. The Ghanaian people are not happy. So if this guy is going to raise, please, I don't know whether he is even a citizen of our nation. I learned he's been here since 1995. If you have been here since 1995, the assumption is that you've been able to acquire some citizenship in terms of being a Ghanaian. Even that, the Citizenship Act, 2000, it shows who qualifies to be a Ghanaian. Whether you can speak properly a native language. An Igbo language is not part of our language. So we are telling you on authority, Interior Minister, if it's possible, deport him. You shouldn't come and raise any tension between us and Nigerians. We love our Nigerian brothers. Your arrogance and your stupidity cannot raise any tension between us. If you are the leader of Igbos, shut the fuck up and be leader of Igbos. Don't be calling Ghanaians and say, I have honored you, I have titled you, gift you, carrying yourself as if you own the land. You don't own any land. You don't own any land. Even on one case, any brothers from a year, Kumasi, and any Bofidio and the brothers from Kumasi.
Igbo controversy, Igbo saga that's going on in Accra. Ghanaian youth protesting in Accra. I don't know when it happened, whether it was new or whether it was just an old video. But our stand here in Kumasi, Ashanti region, is that we owe our allegiance to the Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the Ashanti Hine. Igbos don't have king in Ashanti region here, and we don't recognize anybody as the king of Igbos in Ashanti region. In any part of the world, there must be Igbo community as a kingship of Igbo. In Ghana here, we are not part of it because we have our king in Ashanti region. That is Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II. And we are making everything possibly best not to allow this protest or this any of these things come to Ashanti region here. So it's my advice to Ghanaian youth: you have to think before you act. Igbo controversy, Igbo saga that's going on in Accra. Ghanaian youth protesting in Accra. I don't know when it happened, whether it was new or whether it was just an old video. But our stand here in Kumasi, Ashanti region, is that we owe our allegiance to the Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, the Ashanti Hine. Igbos don't have king in Ashanti region here, and we don't recognize anybody as the king of Igbos in Ashanti region. In any part of the world, there must be Igbo community as a kingship of Igbo in Ghana here. We are not part of it because we have
Danny, it's okay. Now let's come in and let me speak directly to you, my brother. What is his name? I learned Dr. Ezie BBB. You are not even, I don't know where you got your doctor title from. Let me tell you, we are a nation of laws. You came into our country. I believe so strongly that every person on the African continent is welcome to our nation for one reason. I am a Pan-Africanist. I believe in the unification of our land as a one people. But until so, when you come to our land, which our forebears fought for, you don't come in and show us disrespect. And when you have shown us disrespect, and the people are calling on you to do the right thing, you don't begin to pull in the hate speech.
Precisely.
That type of hate speech. Then it's a video now. Bring it back and let me speak to him. Say that is xenophobic. So you are trying. Let me speak to him.
Good afternoon. By the special grace of God, I'm the chief of Igbo community in Ghana. Isn't Igbo?
You are not a chief of Igbo. You are the leader of Igbo communities. You are not a chief. Stop calling yourself that. You are not, and you can never be. The Rimosi case is very assertive on that. You are not a chief, because there is no bloodline in Ghana here that you come from as a chief, as a royal. There is no ethnicity in our nation called Igbo. Now, when you happen like that, even when you are dead and gone, you'll be creating chaos between the Igbo communities on our land, because you'll be willing it to your kid. Whereas when it comes to leadership of this nation, it is by election. So don't be calling yourself a chief of this, chief of that. You are a leader of the Igbo community. If they've elected you, shut up and be like that and stop this nonsense.
I had the same story. A lot of people have been calling me, sending me links from Amma Ghana. He's called Amma Observer, and a certain guy also called Nitete. Nitete speaking Ghana, and Amma speaking English. And I've been watching those links people have been sending to me. I ignored them. The reason why I ignored them
see the exhibition of arrogance, as if he owns the people. My brother, you don't own anybody in this country. I'm telling you. We love our Igbo brothers, but don't begin to create these kind of divisions and arrogance. It will erupt a bad energy in the Ghanaian people. When it does, there will be tension. And I'm saying to the Interior Minister, if the actions of this guy is going to cause chaos between us and our Igbo brothers, deport him. Let him go to his country. If you have given him citizenship by registry, we can revoke that citizenship and take him to his land. Don't come and create any nonsense between us and our brothers from Nigeria. What is that?
Saying it's never true. How come a blogger will sit down to say that Igbo King in Ghana bribed Ghana Traditional Council for them to indulge?
So let's put it on record. Pause there. Let's put it on record. The Ghana Traditional Council has released a statement. Almost he should stop calling himself like Igbo King. And I think it is in order. Thank you, the Ghana Traditional Council. Ningo Pram for also issue statement. Minister of Interior, deport this guy. Deport him. Because he will create chaos between us and our Igbo brothers. Deport him. Deport him. We want to live in peace with our Nigerian brothers. We want to live in peace with our Yoruba brothers. Whether you are Igbo, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Hausa, we want to, whether from Warri, wherever you are from, we want to live in peace with our brothers from Nigeria. Don't begin to bring this superiority complex over us. What kind of superiority complex is that?
Diaspora throne in Ghana. How can somebody who say that the Igbo chief in Ghana and all the Igbos are 419, that we used 419 system to bribe the council for them to induct us? First of all, that is a hate speech. Secondly,
okay, so hold on. So you see what he's trying to do. That is a hate speech. So he's trying to incite the brothers, the Nigerian brothers, for them to think that there is Ghanaians raising hate speech. Listen, this guy is a very dangerous character. We can't have him in our nation. He's a very dangerous individual. This is not hate speech. This is you disrespecting the people. This is you being in the face of the people. And the people are calling on you to stop being in their face. Stop imposing yourself on them. And you say it is a hate speech. Who the hell do you think you are? My brother, who the hell do you think you are? You come to our land, and when you are disrespecting us, we tell you that you are disrespecting us, and you say it's a hate speech. Which hate speech? Stop this disrespect. Our forebears fought for the land that we live on. Where were you when our forebears were fighting for our land? And you come in and we are telling you that what you are doing, you create tribal tensions. And you say it is hate speech. Who the hell do you think? What superiority complex are you suffering from? Now let's move on. Let me listen to him.
The entire Igbo community and the entire Nigerians.
No. Nobody is talking about the entire Igbo community. Don't make it about entire Igbo community. Don't make it about entire Nigerians. Make it about you and your arrogance. Make it about you and your superiority complex. Don't rope in entire Igbo community. Don't rope in entire Nigerian community. These antics and theatrics, we've gone past that nonsense. We don't have any problem with any Igbo. We don't have any problem with any Hausa. We don't have any problem with any Yoruba. We don't have any problem with any Nigerian living here legitimately. But you can't come in and begin to suffer from superiority complex and say, I'm the king of Igbo and hate speech. Who the hell do you think you are? We are men. We are not cowards. We are not women. Now move on. Let's listen to you.
She and Tete is saying what they don't know about. Number 4 is a hate speech that can even cause xenophobia.
Okay. You see. Mutaka, I think you must take cue. This guy must be deported. Honorable Mutaka, with the greatest of respect, deport this guy. So when he says xenophobia, said see was South Africa. Now this guy is drawing our minds that because we are calling him to order, then it is xenophobia. He's going to cause xenophobia. It is your reaction and the way you are getting in the face of the people that has the tendency of causing xenophobia. You are suffering from superiority complex, my brother, and you better be warned. We don't care. Listen. When you come to Ghana, you do what the law says. We are not me. I'm not like Captain Smart who follows the money. It's about the money for. Don't do that nonsense on our lands. We love Igbos. We love Yorubas. We love Nigerians. I have a lot of friends who are Nigerians. Don't begin to use your superiority complex to cause chaos. And it's about you. There's no xenophobia anywhere. It's about you and the way you are behaving.
Exactly. So tell him in the face.
If you're a leader, be a leader of the Igbo community. If you want to do your own meetings, do so. If at some point you want to do something nice to reintegrate all of them, do so. Don't come in this complex. We are going to build our own kingdom. We are going to build our own school, our own food, our own this. Then somebody was talking about Chinatown. What was the last time Chinese people said, we are going to build our kingdom? If the Yorubas or Igbos want to live in a certain community, peacefully live there. It is your problem. Must you come and shove that in the face of the Ghanaian people? If your brothers want to buy lands and live in the same community, what has that got to do with us? But don't come and shove it in our face with this arrogance that we are going to build and name it after our ancestors. Did your ancestors fight for any land in Ghana? That you want to name roads after them? We named road after Talewa by Balewa because he did something for Ghanaians. What has your ancestor done for Ghanaians? Stop this nonsense. Now let me call on our Nigerian brothers. Ghana you guys should not. Munya, nobody should use this as a means of hating on any Nigerian. Nigerians, as every human being, you find bad people in there. You find good people in there. And because Nigerians have the numbers, their population is very huge. So the likelihood that if you are finding criminals in Nigeria, you will find 10 criminals and find 1 in Ghana is high. Because their population is very huge. So if you meet Nigerians, the same way if you're looking for good people, you'll find good people, 10 good people in Nigeria, and you'll find 1 good person in Ghana because of numbers. So nobody should start tagging Nigeria for your criminals. Please, we are one people. Just that this person cannot create any tribal tension. Mutaka, please look through his documents and if possible deport him. Let them re-elect somebody else to take over the leadership. Period.